Hey everybody, this is Mace1370 doing another cube draft while it's still up. Um, yeah, there's a few cards in this pack that are pretty sweet. Johnny Vengeance is pretty good. Jace the Mind Sculptor is always sweet. Chandra's Phoenix, I guess, is fine if you're doing the mono red thing. I don't know if I would first pick it here. And Makeshift Mannequin, I guess, is good for going the Reanimator route. Again, not really a card I'm looking to like first pick. I wouldn't jump into Reanimator for this. O-Ring is O-Ring. I think probably just going to take Jace. Don't really know where we're going to go with it, but he's very powerful. So happy first picking him. Alright, well in this next pack, let's see, there's a Geist, Saint Draft. What else? Not much else. One sec. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to take here. Geist could be better for maybe a more aggressive deck. I don't know. I guess Geist is a fine win condition for control. So we could maybe take him. Huntmaster doesn't really go with Jace, but he's good. Whip Quarter, I guess it could be okay. It seems kind of slow and clunky just to get a tapper. I guess Wasteland is fine. Yeah, sure, we'll take the Geist. Okay, some good black cards here. There's Maloku, and there's an Underground Sea and a Thirst for Knowledge, also a Plateau. Dismember is probably pretty decent. Yeah, there's a lot of black in this pack. You could just take Maloku. Seems like a decent blue finisher. I guess Underground Sea or the Plateau you could maybe consider. Probably the Underground Sea of the two, just because it would go with the Jace. And it would maybe open us to some sort of Esper. I don't know how good Mono Black is in this cube. Tendrils and Nightwing are always solid. This guy seems okay. Dismember, you don't really need to be in black to play that, but okie doke. Let's see here. We have a Dissipate. Counter spells are decent. Gifts Ungiven is okay. Curse Scroll. Not really sure if we're going to be able to take advantage of that. Yeah, there's not much black in this pack. There's like Falconwrath Aristocrat, but I'm just trying to like get a read on like what's open. It's hard to tell at this point. I guess we're taking Dissipate. Don't really want to do the Aether Vial thing. And here I think I'm going to just take Vesuvian Shapeshifter. He is pretty sweet. Koth is scary. Haven't really taken any red cards, but yeah, Koth is a beating. Alright, there's Geist, Niv Mizzet. Not, no blue in this pack, unfortunately. Could take Niv Mizzet. He's strongish, I guess. Could take Terminate. It's kind of like, none of these cards are really like super in our colors. I mean, I guess Geist is fine. It's kind of mid-rangey. So yeah, sure. I guess we'll take another blue card. Ooh, alright, well here we have a few options. I like Bloodline Keeper. He's pretty strong. Fire and Ice is really good. Kind of wish I had taken the Niv Mizzet now. Then I could have taken the Fire Ice. There's this Clone, which I guess is probably fine. I think Vesuvian Shapeshifter's better. Sour of Temptation is also pretty good. Disc is Disc. Yeah, I like Fire Ice. This is tough. Let's take the Fire Ice. Okay, here we have a Enclave Cryptologist. Pretty good for doing Reanimator, getting cards into your graveyard quickly. Kind of clunky for a control deck. Delver. Are we a Delver deck? I mean, I guess if we're playing red, we might be. So yeah, sure, we'll take Delver here. Alright, Remand it is. Fitting into the plan. I don't know if Curse Catcher is playable. kind of feel like it's not. Legacy's Allure seems kind of slow, but maybe powerful. Nah, we'll take Cunning Sparkmage, I guess, for maybe the sideboard. Grim Lavamancer versus Engineered Explosives. I guess Grim Lavamancer? I don't really know if red-blue is a thing, but it looks like we might be able to do that. Okay, well, I guess if we're going to do it, we can take a bounce land. And sure, dismiss. Don't think we're making key to encampment, though. Alright, black could be also a thing. I mean, we're not really committed at all to red. We have some kind of janky red cards. I don't think Cunning Sparkmage is super playable. I'm trying to think of like the one toughness guys that you're gonna use him to kill. I guess Delver is one of them before it flips. I'm trying to think of like anything else that's relevant. Probably just Mana Elves. I should minimize this. Alright, well, so for this pack, Brain Freeze if we were doing the Storm thing, which I don't think we are. There's a Karn though, and Karn's awesome. We might even get like a little bit of Artifact Ramp to cast him a little bit before turn 7. Yeah, I like Karn a lot. Okay, so here we have Time Spiral, which is not the best. Could go back towards a red-white thing. There's Pristine Talisman, I guess, which helps us ramp up a teeny bit. To Karn, Lotus Bloom. I don't think we really want Lotus Bloom, and I don't really know if we want Time Spiral either, to be honest. I think we might just take Hollowed Fountain. Maybe that Supreme Verdict comes around. Maybe not. Alright, well here's a Wrath, which I like. Wake Thrasher is not bad either. Sacred Foundry if we wanted to do like red, white, blue. But I don't really know at this point if it's really worth doing that. I don't really see like huge value from playing the red that we have. So kind of leaning just towards this Wrath of God. Wipe the board. Wake Thresher I guess is good as well. Maybe I should have taken that. Okay, so we have a white-black bounce land. Spell Pierce, which is like an okay sideboard card. There's a channel here, which is pretty sweet. I mean, we're not green, but it's just an awesome card. I've seen really broken things done off of channel, unsurprisingly. I think we'll just take Mystic Gate, fix our lands a little more. Alright, well, Lingering Souls is awesome, and that would be a reason to play some black. Kind of painful that there's a Tundra in this pack. I don't know how good this guy is. Skin Render is really good. I like Detention Sphere. Kind of just want to take the Lingering Souls, though. Seems like really good value if we can get some black lands to cast the flashback of it. And who knows, we might get some on the wheel. Okay, so Kira, Great Glass Spinner is okay. We could also take Parallax Wave. We're kind of like full on 4-drops. I don't think we're playing Dismiss, but we have a Wrath and a Jace. We'll probably play Dungeon Geist. I think I'm probably just going to take Narcolepsy here. It's essentially pacifism. Kira would be an option as well. But it seems like our Planeswalkers are two big threats right now. Kira doesn't really prevent those, or protect those. So we'll take Narcolepsy. It's a cheap removal spell that you can use to answer immediate threats. And I like Fire Ice a lot. I don't know if we'll be able to play it though. I don't like using that bounce land as like our only way to fix. The bounce lands are kind of clunky. So we'll hide Fire Ice for now. Okay, not much here. We have a couple aggro creatures, and then I guess we have this 6-drop, which is kind of like a dragon. I don't know if we'll play it, but I guess it is a win condition. Okay, well, here we have some options. We have Tidings, which does give us a lot of cards. Tidings does seem sweet. I have a hard time like justifying this though. I mean, just because it can be very slow, and we don't have much in the way of early disruption. I mean, it is powerful though when you play it. 4 cards is quite a bit. probably leaning just towards taking a fixer land here. And probably this over the Cascade Bluffs. Alright, so we have Catastrophe Wheel. Now I guess this was probably the pack with the Supreme Verdict. So the fact that that's not there is a little frustrating. But Catastrophe is pretty strong. Ninja of the Deep Hours is not bad. We don't have very many like little evasive weenies though to get through, so I'm going to take Catastrophe. This is lame. Nothing really here for us. So I don't think it matters too much what we take. I'll just take Shrine of Burning Rage. It's a pretty powerful card. And here, I guess Academy Ruins. Right. Well, this could help us cast the second half of Lingering Souls, so we'll pick it up. I don't know if we'll run it. All is Dust, or whatever, the 7 mana Wrath, is okay, but it's pretty slow. Parallax Wave tabled. Okay, so at this point we're looking for more early disruption. Early counter spells would be nice. Maybe fleshing out our white side a bit more, and then getting fixers and stuff, and removal and whatnot. I think we have a couple, like Maloku is a good win condition, Sphinx of Draw Isle is a good win condition, Karn basically wins the game. Guys, so and again, Undermine is another card that we might end up playing. I don't think we'll play Duress. Okay, well, there's quite a few good cards in this pack. We might table the Absorb, which we'd probably run over the Undermine, but I think we're just taking Coalition Relic. This card is super sweet. It fixes your mana, it ramps you, and you can, like skip using it for a turn to like double ramp you the next turn and give you like a little bit of an extra push if you need it. I like Coalition Relic a lot, so we'll be taking it here. As for what we could wheel, maybe Absorb. I don't anticipate Mirror Battlesphere tabling, nor Basalt Monolith. Okay, not much in the way of blue for this pack. There is a Faith's Fetters, however. There's also an Everflowing Chalice. I think we probably just want the Faith's Fetters. It's decent removal, and it gains life, so it helps you stabilize against more aggressive decks. So I think we'll just take that. We could take this guy. He's a pretty strong finisher, and I think I might have posted a cube draft I did where he just like beat my face in for a game or two. I mean, so this guy's good. So I'm kind of tempted to take him here, but we have an answer for him. We have Narcolepsy, and I guess Catastrophe also gets rid of him. I don't know if Parallax Wave does, but Wrath does. So I mean, he doesn't just completely destroy us. And I don't know what happened to all of the blue, but it is not here. So we could take, let's see, do we want Misty Rainforest? We might. It's that or like Court Hussar, I think. I can't fetch, so we can fetch this, and that's it. Or an island with us. So that's pretty good. Court Hussar is nice too, though. I think I'm going to take the Misty, just because maybe if I can get a dual land that makes black blue, then I can use Misty to fetch it as well. So yeah, we'll take the Misty here. Maybe the court guy will wheel. You never know. This is another disappointing pack. No real good land fixers. Ranger of Eos. Yeah, that's not that great. I guess we're probably just taking Void Mage Prodigy. He's an early drop-ish. I don't think we're playing Delver in this deck. We're just not aggressive, pretty obviously. Okay, well, I guess Ask and Ye Shall Receive. Misty Rainforest does get Watery Grave, which is pretty awesome, so we can take that, and that'll really help us cast Lingering Souls, for the flashback of it at least. Compulsive Research is pretty good too, and I wouldn't mind taking that here. But yeah, we'll take this so we can make sure to play our Lingering Souls and maybe another black card if we want to. Well, as much as I love Upheaval, I don't know if this is an Upheaval deck. The only ramp thing we have is Coalition Relic, so I just don't think we have the lands to really pull this off. I'm just going to take Path to Exile, I think. Underground River is another option. Path to Exile is a good removal spell, um, and it's cheap, so that's nice. Alright, so here we can take Hinder or maybe Talrand. Talrand could be good in our deck. We have a lot of instants and sorceries, so he can maybe give us some reach. I don't know if we want Memory or Momentary Blink. Momentary Blink is a lot less exciting now that there's no combat damage stacking. This card used to be bonkers back in TBF draft. I'm sure everyone who's drafted that format can remember. I don't think we need another random counterspell because we already have a couple. So I'll take Talrand here. Okay, Force of Will is pretty awesome. I think I have to take that. Necrotol is good, but we don't have enough black in our deck to really justify it. And I don't know if we need Enlightened Tutor. What is it? Artifact or enchantment? Yeah, maybe if Karn was an artifact, but we really just have like Coalition Relic and yeah, I guess Parallax and maybe some removal. I mean, this wouldn't be like the absolute worst, but Force of Will is way better for us. Alright, so the Absorb did tabled, so we can take that probably. This card is scary. The fact that Koth went around and this card is still here, I mean, means that red was pretty open. I've noticed fewer people doing like the mono red thing in this cube than in the past cubes. Maybe people are just getting bored of it. I don't know. But Absorb seems pretty decent to me. All right, Old Man of the Sea is fine. He's perfectly playable. Just as like a little dude to block some of their early threats and then also to steal one later. Okay, awesome. And the Cortazar tabled. So we got both cards out of this pack that we wanted. I like Cortazar a decent amount. He's kind of like a pseudo Seagate Oracle. And out of these cards, I guess I would at least like to see Ember Hauler. And Wildfire scares me, but there's a Halimar Depths. But we only have the one Misty Rainforest to really abuse it. Yeah, we'll just take the Halimar Depths. I'm not Underground River being here is pretty awesome. I don't know. Let's see. Do we have any other shuffle effects? I don't think we do. Yeah, so I don't know if this will make the cut or not. All right. So Delver's a maybe, I think. We do have a lot of spells in our pile, so he might be worth running. I don't know about Dismiss. For those of you who can't tell, I like blue and cube. Parallax Wave is a maybe. I mean, it does kind of stall. So then we'd probably run Geist and Absorb. I don't know about Undermine. Yeah, we don't have that many creatures. Definitely Coalition Relic and Karn. This was an unfortunate pick. So running one more thing. Running Absorb just does not seem very good. At that point, I mean, just because we have so little black, but I guess we do have a lot of fixer lands. Let's see, we have this one. Could run Duress. That doesn't seem great. This one, Misty Rainforest makes 3. We could even run the Bounce Land. Although since we have enough fixing, I probably would prefer not to run this. Yeah, so it's Undermine or probably Parallax Wave. I guess Undermine is probably better. Let's see, how many instants and sorceries do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, Delver is not exciting in our deck. Yeah, so I think I will just run the Undermine. I'm thinking back, I can't remember any other good black cards that we could have snatched at low cost, since we have like enough black fixing to do something else. But maybe if I go back over it again, I will have caught something I could have taken after all. Alright, so this wants to run 412. That seems reasonable to me. And then we can take out an island and put this guy in, take out an island and put this guy in, take out an island and put Glacial Fortress in, I guess out with an island, in with a watery grave, which is an island. Probably out with the plains, I guess, and then one of these. And then out with an island and in with an underground river. Alright. Yeah, I'm kind of not sold on Halimar Depths. I'm not a huge fan of lands that come into play tapped. I guess running one isn't the end of the world, but Halimar Depths becomes way better when you have a bunch of sack lands. We just have one, so to me that's much less exciting. Alright, so yeah, I guess like the final decision came down to Undermine versus Parallax Wave. And Parallax Wave is a good card. I guess when Parallax Wave, it kind of has pseudo synergy with Wrath. Or I guess it could have anti-synergy too, since you're grabbing a bunch of their stuff. Yeah, now that I look at it, I don't think it works well with the Wrath. So we'll just run it like we have it. Undermine is a little awkward, really not the greatest. It's basically just a hard to cast Dissipate or Absorb. But yeah, this looks solid to me, so we will do this. I guess I could run Dismiss actually instead of Undermine. And then, let's see, this gives us 1, 2, 3, 4 black sources for Lingering Souls, which is like way more than enough. Yeah, maybe I want to do that. And I could probably at that point take out the Underground River and just put like an island in. So this gives us Watery Grave and Misty Rainforest, which is 2, and then Coalition Relic, which is 3. I think 3 black sources is plenty fine for flashing back Lingering Souls. No, I'll put one more in. I mean, this is pretty low cost, so yeah. I'm being very indecisive right now, although I guess actually I don't have 17 lands, so now I do. That was weird. Alright, so problem solved. I think this is what we're running. On to game 1.